Hi guys, it's Chloe. So welcome back to another video. If you are here, okay, let's start again. Hey guys, it's Chloe, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, it's Chloe. So welcome back to another video. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. So somehow we've reached the end of February. Don't know where it's gone. So that means another what I've been reading this month as an English literature review. So yeah, let's just get on with the video. Okay, so the first book on my little pile is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Gaiman. I don't know if I liked this one. It was okay. I didn't really know what was going on half the time, which is what for a book for me doesn't make me enjoy it. But it might be something that you like. So if you do enjoy it, then yeah. Okay, so I'll just read you the blurb because I don't really know what to say because, as I said, I don't know what was going on. This is what he remembers as he sits by the ocean at the end of the lane. A dead man on the back seat of the car and a warm milk at the farmhouse. An ancient little girl and an old woman who saw the moon being made. A beautiful housekeeper with a monstrous smile and dark forces woken that were best left undisturbed. They are memories hard to believe, waiting at the edges of things, the recollections of a man who thought he was lost, but is now, perhaps, remembering a time when he was saved. That was a blurb. To be fair, the blurb did sound really good, but sometimes blurbs sound good and then you start reading and you're like, what? So yeah, that was the first one. That's called The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Gaiman. Again, as I did last time, I will link every book in the description box. Okay, so next moving on is the book that I hated the most, and this is called Sex and the Cherry by Jeanette Winterson. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. Someone said it's supposed to be like fairy tales or something, like the bad versions of it. Like, to be fair, I didn't really read much of it. I read about halfway, if that. Where did I get to? So I read to the story of the 12 dancing princesses and started reading that, and I had no idea. It kind of jumps a bit all over the place, but it's a feminist book. So I think if you're someone who's like very into all that, then you really would enjoy this. We've looked at this from the feminist angle, and to be fair, when you look at it from a feminist like thing, then it does make a lot more sense than it did before. But yeah, some of you guys might enjoy this book. As I said, it is a bit strange. I read it on the train and people kept giving me weird looks, but so yeah, that's Sex and the Cherry by Jeanette Winterson. Okay, so the next one is what I spoke about last time in my last video, which is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. What can I say about this book? I can say about this book that this book and Of Mice and Men are the exact same book. Like, well, they don't have the exact same story, but it has like the same storyline, if that makes sense. So it's people going to find work when there isn't work, and then there's death, etc. And there's always a weird person, which is literally what Of Mice and Men was. But it was a good read. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it was a really good read. I did really enjoy it. But I'm just a bit upset that it has the same storyline. Like, I don't know if anyone else who read this thought the same thing, but I did. I felt like it had the same storyline, but just set in a different part of America, basically. Okay, so next I've just got my advanced English language book by, what's her name? Sarah Thorne. We use this every single week in Language and Creativity, and I'm just going to talk about the one that we did a couple of weeks ago, because obviously I wasn't in last week, which was Language of Religion, which, to be fair, it was okay. For me personally, it was quite boring because I'm not a religious person, but I feel like if you had a belief on something like that, then studying stuff like that would make like a lot more sense and you'd probably enjoy it a bit more. We've done Language of the Law as well. Basically this book just has, so here's an example of another one. So this is Language of Broadcasting. So it just has what it is, and then as you go on through the book, it has like examples and tasks you can do. And then this is like for our assignment. So at the end of it has a list of stuff that you must include in, so this is Language of Broadcasting, so like what must be in there, etc. So to be fair, it is a very helpful book. I used this for my last assignment, and to be fair, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have a clue what I was writing about. So next I'm just going to move on to books I don't physically have with me. Well, one of them's down there, but huge. That is Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, and as you guys see in most of my videos, my Shakespeare book, it's absolutely huge. If you don't know the story of Romeo and Juliet, where have you been with your life? Like, what have you been doing? Like, that sounds really horrible, I don't mean it like that. But most people know the story of Romeo and Juliet. And then another one which I've just started reading for American Lit is Under the Lion's Paw by Hamlin Garland. And to be fair, from what it's just an extract that we've been given, and from what I've started reading, it seems okay. Like, it seems like something I would want to carry on reading, so I am quite intrigued to see what happens there. And then I haven't got any more. So ones I have actually read, so The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. I'd read that anyway, but like that's just something we have to study. Well, that's a weird book. Like, that is strange for me. I don't really know what to say about that one, to be fair. Like, that's all a bit weird. And then the next one, hang on, I've got a list. I'm just trying to figure out where we are. Okay, so the next one I didn't like at all, and it's called A Sound of Thunder by Bradbury. And it turns out that you can get a children's version of this book and an adult's version, so I was like, okay, so why are we reading this? It was okay. It's very science fiction-y, and it's all about like dinosaurs and stuff like that, and I was just like, and all like travelling to the future and travelling to the past. It was okay. It's not something that I would pick up and read, like if I had the choice to, sort of thing. But yeah. And then the last one really that I've literally just started reading as well, because we had it this week for an online lecture, was Small Island by Andrea Levy. And it's very much all about like racism and like post-colonialism and stuff like that, and it's okay. It's not something, again, that I would pick up and just decide to read out of leisure. Like, I feel like it's something you have to be studying to completely understand it, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's everything I've been reading this month as an English Lit student at university. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on Sunday for a new one. Bye.